What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Wednesday, September 14th, 2022, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Mary Elizabeth Winstead showed her support for her husband, Ewan McGregor, on the red carpet on Monday. McGregor and Winstead attended the world premiere of McGregor's film Raymond and Ray at the 2022 Toronto International Film Festival. McGregor wore a light gray suit and white t-shirt, while Winstead sported a silky blue shirt and matching skirt. The couple got close as they posed for photos. McGregor and Winstead were romantically linked after meeting on the set of Fargo Season 3 in 2016. Winstead split from her husband Riley Stern in 2017, while McGregor filed for divorce from his wife Eve Mavarakis in 2018. McGregor and Winstead welcomed their first child together, son Laurie, in June 2021 and married in April of this year. McGregor has two daughters, Claire and Esther, with Mavarakis. Raymond and Ray is a new comedy drama written and directed by Rodrigo Garcia. McGregor and Ethan Hawke play the titular Raymond and Ray, two half-brothers who reunited at their father's funeral. Hawke also attended the premiere on Monday. Raymond and Ray will start streaming October 21st on Apple TV+. Netflix is giving a glimpse of the new film The School for Good and Evil. The streaming service shared a trailer for the fantasy film Tuesday featuring Sophia Weil, Sophia Ann Caruso, Kerry Washington, and Charlize Theron. The School for Good and Evil is based on the Salman Chinani's novel of the same name. The film follows best friend Sophie, played by Caruso, and Agatha, played by Wiley, who are kidnapped and taken to the School for Good and Evil, a school of magic where young people train to become fairy tale heroes or villains. Lawrence Fishburne, Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Flatters, Kit Young, and Peter Serafinowicz also star in the movie. Netflix released a poster for the film in July that teases, quote, "to sides of every story." The School for Good and Evil is written by Paul Feig and David McGee and directed by Feig. The film premieres October 19th on Netflix. Caruso is known for starring in the Broadway musical Beetlejuice, while Wiley played Gina Porter in the Disney Plus series High School Musical, the series. Beyond Fest announced their slate of films on Tuesday. The festival runs from September 27th to October 11th in Los Angeles. Headlining films include Halloween Ends, Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, My Best Friend's Exorcism, Smile, The Menu, Trial of Sadness, Something in the Dirt, Decisions to Leave, and more. William Shatner, William Friedkin, Park Chan-wook, and S.S. Rampujoli also are attending in person. Beyond Fest will also screen classic films including Cruising with Q&A with Friedkin, Park's The Handmaid, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, and Lady Vengeance, Impulse with Shatner's Q&A. Yankovic's UFO, Lucio Fulci's The Beyond, and IMAX screenings of Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, Gravity, Dunkirk, and Mad Max Fury Road. Additional guests include Kevin Williamson for his film Sick, directed by Parker Finn and the cast of Smile, My Best Friend's Exorcism director Damon Thomas, and cast members Issa Fisher, Kathy Ang, Rachel Aguchi, and Christopher Lowell. Hellraiser director David Bruckner and the cast, Weird director Eric Appel, and Something in the Dirt directors Justin Beniff and Aaron Moorhead. Beyond Fest previously announced a tribute to Ramajo, including an IMAX screening of this year's hit Triple R and a marathon of Elga Bathubali, the beginning of Bathubali 2, and Bathubali 2, the conclusion. Tickets for Beyond Fest go on sale on Wednesday. Netflix is giving a glimpse of the new documentary, The Redeem Team. The streaming service shared a trailer for the film Tuesday featuring Dwayne Wade and other members of the 2008 U.S. Olympic men's basketball team. The Redeem Team revisits how the U.S. men's basketball team defied expectations and won the gold medal at the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympics. The team featured late basketball star Kobe Bryant, who served as the team captain, Carlos Bozo, Jason Kidd, LeBron James, Deacon Williams, Michael Redd, Dwayne Wade, Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh, Chris Paul, Tayshaun Prince, and Carmelo Anthony, with Mike Coach K. Krzyzewski as head coach. The Redeem Team is based on, quote, the untold story of one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. The film featured never-before-seen footage from the Olympic archives, along with behind-the-scenes material from NBA Entertainment and new interviews with athletes and coaches. And Dowd says her character in The Handmaid's Tale Season 5, premiering Wednesday on Hulu, attempts to correct her government's abuse of women. Dowd plays Aunt Lydia, the high-ranking officer in the oppressive nation of Gilead, which forces women to give birth to Commander's children. Dowd told UPI in a recent Zoom interview she's starting to see what's in front of her. She's starting to drop the armor and to take the blinders off. Based on the Margaret Atwood's novel, The Handmaid's Tale is set in a near future in which the Gilead regime has taken over the United States. The fertility rate declines, so commanders capture fertile women and force them to be handmaids. Lydia has supported impregnation ceremonies and punishments for women who resist because she believes it is God's will that women give birth to Gilead children. After 4 seasons, Dowd says Lydia has grown close enough to Janie, played by Madeline Brewer, and other handmaids, that she is having trouble sanctioning the abuse there. Dowd says over that change begins to happen, she's not going back. Once those eyes are open, once that armor begins to drop, I don't think there's anything going back. Comedians Kate Berlant and Byron Bowers have new comedy specials coming to Hulu. FX said in a press release Tuesday that both specials will premiere Thursday on Hulu. Kate Berlant's Cinnamon in a While is Berlant's first solo stand-up special and was filmed in 2019. The special, directed by Bo Burnham, sees Berlant perform as an absurdist set for the audience and a mirror reflection of herself. The official description reads, Kate's special distorts audience's expectations to her comedy, which also explores her clairvoyant connection to the crowd and her inability to stop performing. Byron Bowers' Spiritual End also marks Bowers' first stand-up special. The special is directed by Bowers' partner, filmmaker Alma Harrell, and was filmed at the Decatur Box Club outside Bowers' hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. The official description reads, Byron's special talks about his long journey to his first comedy special, the stigma of mental health, and how tripping on mushrooms made him understand his schizophrenic father and alter the way he feels about his blackness. Berlant will also appear as an actress in the new film Don't Worry Darling, directed by Olivia Wilde and starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. Bowers will star in the new Apple TV Plus series Lady in the Lake with Natalie Portman. A new South Korean drama is on the global top 10 on Netflix shows as Squid Games won multiple Emmys. Narco Saints, a 6-episode thriller, was ranked number 6 on Tuesday, according to Flix Patrol, which tracks streaming data. Based on the true story, the series depicts a Korean entrepreneur who moves to Suriname in South America to launch a business trading fish to support his family in Korea. He is forced to join a secret government mission to capture a Korean drug lord operating in South America. The cast includes Park Hae-soo, who was nominated for the Emmy for Best Supporting Actor as one of the players in Squid Game, the most popular news series in the history of Netflix. Squid Game won Emmys on Monday night in Los Angeles for Lee Jong-jae, Best Male Actor in a Drama, and for show creator Hong Dong-yeok, Best Drama Series Director. They were the first Asians to win those categories. It won for Guest Acting, Stunt Production Design, and Visual Effects. Another Korean series, Extraordinary Attorney Woo, about an autistic lawyer, was ranked number 8 on the global charts. During a press conference in Seoul before the debut of Narco Saints, director Yang Jung-bin said he originally intended to shoot a film with the story, but opted to make a longer Netflix series instead. He said, "When I work on a scenario, I realized that a 2-hour movie cannot capture the whole story. Against this backdrop, we ended up developing a series under cooperation with Netflix. The series mostly stars Asian actors, including Ha Jung-woo, Hwang Jung-min and Park from South Korea, as well as Chang Chen from Taiwan. The popularity of Narco Saints raised the shares price of the content tree Jung-an, which owns Perfect Storm Films, which produced the thriller. Its shares price jumped up 5.55% Tuesday on the Seoul Stock Exchange. Netflix is teasing the new series 1899. The streaming service shared a moving poster for the epic period mystery horror series on Tuesday. 1899 hails from Baron de Oda and Janti Fries, who created the German sci-fi thriller Dark. The series takes place in 1899 and is described as a visually stunning odyssey where nothing is as it seems. The official description reads, passengers on an immigrant ship traveling to the new continent get caught in a mysterious riddle when they find a second vessel adrift on the open sea. The poster shows a passenger ship on the precipice of a triangular hole in the ocean. The tagline reads, "What is lost will be found." Netflix included the caption, "What we know is just a drop in the ocean." The streaming service shared a teaser trailer for the series in June. Netflix is yet to announce a release date for 1899. Peacock is giving a glimpse of the new series A Friend of the Family. The streaming service shared a trailer for the true crime drama Monday featuring Jake Lacy, Anna Paquin, and Colin Hanks. A Friend of the Family explores the real-life story of the Broberg family, whose daughter Jan was kidnapped multiple times over a period of years by a charismatic, obsessed family friend. The Brobergs, devoted to their faith family community, were utterly unprepared for the sophisticated tactics their neighbor used to exploit their vulnerabilities, drive them apart, and turn their daughter against them. This is the story of how their lives are permanently altered and how they survive. Paquin and Hanks play Mary Ann and Bob Broberg, with McKenna Grace as their daughter Jan. Lacy portrays their family friend Robert Birchtold, who is described in the trailer as having all the hallmarks of a psychopathic personality. A Friend of the Family is created by Nick Costa, and who also serves as a showrunner, writer, and executive producer. Jan Broberg is a producer on the series. Broberg previously said in a statement, "This story will make you talk, shout, cry, and it will make you angry. Good. A team of writers, actors, designers, directors, and producers have captured the heart of how good people can be manipulated and their children victimized. Our story is relatable because so many families have direct experience with this sort of abuse." A Friend of the Family premieres October 6th on Peacock. Broberg's story was previously explored in a Netflix documentary, Abducted in Plain Sight. Quinta Brunson said she wasn't bothered by Jimmy Kimmel's controversial bid at the 2022 Primetime Emmy Awards. The Abbott Elementary creator and star reacted after Kimmel pretended to be passed out during her acceptance speech at the award show Monday. While presenting the Outstanding Writing in the Comedy Series category, Will Arnett dragged the immobile Kimmel on stage, joking that this was the 13th time in a row that he's lost, and he's just got into the skinny margaritas back there. After Arnett announced Brunson as the winner, Kimmel continued to lie motionless as Brunson took the stage and gave her acceptance speech. Kimmel faced backlash on social media, with many calling the bid disrespectful to Brunson's historic win as the second black woman to win an Emmy in the Outstanding Writing in a Comedy Series category. Brunson laughed off the moment in an interview with reporters backstage. The writer and actor said, "I know Jimmy Kimmel, and I don't know. I felt like the bit didn't bother me that much. I don't know what the internet thinks. I know him. Jimmy gave me my first big late-night spot. I was one of the first people to see Abbott. He Instagrammed me that he saw this comedy and thought it was one of the greatest comedies of all time, and he was so excited that it was going to be on ABC." She jokingly added, "So in that moment, I think I was just really happy that if it was Jimmy up there. Tomorrow maybe I'll be mad at him. I'm going to be on the show on Wednesday, so I might punch him in the face." Kimmel had nothing but praise for Brunson in an interview with Entertainment Tonight at the Walt Disney Company Emmys after party. Comedian and television personality says she's so unbelievably talented, and I saw her pilot before it came out on ABC. And I wrote to her, and I was like, "I don't know how we got this, but congratulations. You made a pilot that any network would be ecstatic to get." Glenn Close will miss the 2022 San Sebastian Film Festival due to a family emergency. The 75-year-old actress said in a statement Tuesday that she's unable to attend the 70th Annual Film Festival, which runs September 16th to the 24th in Spain. Close was to preside over the official jury at the festival this year. The actor said, "I deeply regret that I will not be able to take part in the festival as there has been a family emergency for which I must stay home. I apologize to the festival, the jury, the filmmakers, the Donalicia honorees, and the festival audiences that I will not be there to celebrate with you all." Festival organizers confirmed the news and said that Argentinian producer Mateus Masturin will serve as a president on behalf of Close. The San Sebastian Film Festival celebrates excellence in international cinema with an emphasis on Spanish films. Juliette Binoche and David Cronenberg will be honored with this year's Donostia Award, with Penelope Cruz, Ricardo Darin, Kazu Ishiguro, Vicky Krebs, Daniel Kruger, Liam Neeson, Olivia Wilde, and other stars to present their films. Close most recently starred in the sci-fi romantic drama Swan Song, which premiered on Apple TV Plus in December. Singer Nicky Jam is being inducted into the Billboard Hall of Fame, the music and entertainment magazine announced on Tuesday. Jam, whose real name is Nick Rivera Caminero, will be recognized during the 2022 Billboard Latin Music Awards, which will take place on September 29th in Miami. The 13-time Billboard Latin Music winner will also perform at the show, which airs beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will be simulcast on Telemundo, Univision, and Peacock. Jam has been recording music since the age of 14 and considered one of the pioneers of reggaeton with more than 3 decades of music. The 41-year-old is half Puerto Rican and half Dominican descent. He enjoyed a career revival after moving to Medellin, Colombia, and changing his style, releasing the hit singers Voy a Beber y Traviosas in 2014. Jam is promoting his current single, Sin Novia, which was released in August and has hit the Billboard charts in the top position. The award show coincides with Billboard's annual Latin Music Week, which runs from September 26th to October 1st. Jam is also one of the several guest speakers during this week, along with Cheyenne, Maluma, Grupo Fermi, Camilo, and other artists. Mark David Chapman, the man who shot and killed famous ex-Beatle John Lennon outside his New York City home more than 40 years ago, has been turned down for parole for the 12th time. The New York Department of Corrections acknowledged the hearing and said that Chapman has been denied parole. Chapman, who was married and living with his wife in Hawaii when he shot Lennon, had the parole board hearing on August 31st. In December 1980, Chapman traveled from Hawaii to New York City with the specific intention to shoot Lennon, mainly because he considered the iconic singer to be a phony and a hypocrite. These feelings were reinforced by one of Chapman's favorite novels, The Catcher in the Rye. He was sitting on a curb and reading the book while police arrived to arrest him. Lennon was shot 4 times immediately after he and wife Yoko Ono returned from a recording studio that night. During the shooting, Chapman asked Lennon for an autograph to be signed on his new album. During the encounter, a nearby photographer snapped the now famous photo of Lennon signing Chapman's album. After being shot, Lennon made his way to a security booth and collapsed. Police officers immediately took him to the hospital, where he died a short time later. He was 40. Since he famously killed Lennon outside of his high-rise apartment building, Chapman has repeatedly expressed remorse for the crime over the past 42 years. Chapman was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison in 1981. He was incarcerated at the Wendy Correctional Facility in Aldine, New York. Authorities said in 1980 that Chapman had been loitering outside Lennon's home, New York City's famed Dakota Tower, for 3 days and carried dozens of Beatle tapes and a stub-nose revolver. Lennon's shooting death caused immediate and widespread grief and outrage. The Beatles, comprised of Lennon, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison, is regarded by many to be the greatest musical group in history. The band split up in 1970. Harrison died in 2001. Chapman's next opportunity for parole is February 2024. Famed jazz pianist Ramsey Lewis, who reinvented his genre in a career spanning more than 60 years, has died. He was 87. The 3-time Grammy award-winning member of the Ramsey Lewis Trio died Monday at his Chicago home. Lewis was born and spent his life in Chicago, where he started playing piano at the age of 4. He formed his first jazz band, the Clefs, when he was in high school. Lewis went on to form the Ramsey Lewis Trio with E.D. Young and Red Holt, releasing their first album, Ramsey Lewis and His Gentlemen of Jazz, in 1956. The trio's crossover Grammy hit in the In Crowd pushed Lewis from the jazz charts to the pop charts in 1965. The hit single was followed by two more chart-toppers, Hang On Sloopy and Wade in the Water. After Young and Holt led to form their own group, Lewis went on to work with Earth, Wind & Fire's drummer Maurice White. Lewis experimented with electronic keyboards for his 1974 album Sun Goddess, produced by White and members of Earth, Wind & Fire. Lewis continued to play jazz throughout the 1970s while exploring the R&B and Latin music. He reunited his famously Ramsey Lewis trio in 1983 for the album Reunited. In 1996, Lewis introduced a crossover group, Urban Nights, featuring Grover Washington, Earl Clew, and Dave Coates. In 2005, Lewis recorded with One Voice, which earned him the Stellar Gospel Music Award for Best Gospel Instrumentation Album. During his lifetime, Lewis received 5 honorary doctorate degrees and an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Jazz Art. The in-crowd single was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, while his personal memorabilia is currently on display at the Smithsonian Institute. Ellie Goulding performed her latest single, Easy Lover, on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. She released a single which features Big Sean on July 4th. The English singer wore a leather jacket, black pants, and a Union flag shirt for the late-night talk show on Tuesday. Goulding dropped her last album, Brightest Blue, in 2020. The 35-year-old gave birth to her first child, son Arthur Everett Winter, with her husband, Casper Jopling, in May 2021. And finally, Burna Boy took the stage on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The 31-year-old Nigerian singer and music producer performed the song Last Last during Monday's episode of the NBC Late Night Show. Last Last appears on Burna Boy's new album, Love Domini, released in July. The album also features the single For My Head featuring Ed Sheeran, Roller Coaster with J Balvin, and Wild Dreams featuring Khaled and other collaborations. In an interview, Burna Boy had nothing but praise for Sheeran, the British singer-songwriter known for Shape of You, Bad Habits, and other songs. Burna Boy said of Sheeran, "Oh, he's amazing, man. Yeah, he's like one of my favorite people in general in the world, you know." In addition, Burna Boy said working with Sheeran in the studio was a magical experience. He said he has a cheat code because he plays the guitar the whole time. It just makes everything so much easier, you know. Burna Boy ended the interview by teaching the Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon his Afro moonwalk dance move. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, September 14th, 2022. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.